Okay, let's see, everything's working. Hey Shingocho, Dumatias, Chauchin. Hello, how you guys doing? Well, before we start, I'm gonna get some QP farming going to give more people a chance to arrive on time. Let's see, we need QP. Of course there is now. Cuckoo is here. Cuckoo is here. And she broke me. Almost getting a golden apple out of that one. And the benchy. Yes, sure, let's go. So how we're doing? How is the week treating you guys? Do you have any plans for the weekend or just gonna take it easy? I mean, it's a bit, oops, kinda loud. There we go. Bachiri, ikeru. Summaries again. Since by all intents and purposes, summer is already here. With all that entails, unfortunately. I have to bear with it. But with summer, that means we gotta stay hydrated, and that comes the big announcement tonight. Though I already did it on I already made the announcement on Twitter. Your lady is sponsored. Ta-da-da. Like Nagpo just said, yours truly is now ambassador for advance. Yay! So if you write advance. Yeah, I saw that. Bot? Nightbot? Nightbot, are you working? Oh my god. Oh, there it is. Use the code BNUI10 for a 10% discount on your purchase. And use my referral link for... Actually, I should have changed it. It is for a discount in your tax-paying duties. So yeah, really excited, really excited. I want to order some hydration and energy stuff, but with the moving and whatnot, I'm not sure if I'll get them before. I'm not sure if I'll get them before we move and stuff. So kinda here thinking what to do is risk it an order or wait until I'm settled. Good morning, best bunny. Hey Han, how you doing? So yay, I'm really excited. Yoroshiku Tanemu. I'll be in your care. I'll do my very best to promote the nation of advance as an ambassador. Beautiful Johnny! 行ってみよう! I need to go back to sleep. We'll check in again later. Thank you for coming, Had. Don't worry. Oh, did I miss the download campaign? Damn. I'm gonna have to check. They have Ramune flavor. I've never had Ramune, so not sure how that tastes. I do love Calpico. Or Calpis. I do love that one. I wish they... Hey, Advance, if you're listening, give me Calpico flavor. Good stuff. Let me check something real quick. Did I miss the download campaign? Please don't tell me I missed the download campaign. Please. Oh no, who it is that? Calpis? Calpico, it's really good. From the 30th. So today. Kiga in Ember Gathering and Training Ground quests with her new Spiriton dress, her new skin, take romance. Oh, please don't tell me I missed it. Please, come on. Let me check. Okay, no. Calpico, it's like a It's like a yogurt soda. It's really, really good. I really love that. I love the stuff. So how's the stream looking on your end, guys? Is it quality is the same as usual? It's dipping because I think I'm getting throttled again. And of course I may take some time to get something to drink because this summer, don't you love it? My room still feels hot, it's terrible. Abnu, hey Anon-kun, how you doing? I passed a big test for my master's degree today. Congrats, Anon-kun! Congrats! Looks funny, like changing resolution every frame, but I can't read things. Really? Is it that bad? I had to reduce the bit rate because I'm getting throttled again. Because of course I am. Can't wait to change from ISP. These guys used to do a good job until they didn't. Oh hi, hey Axa. Hey Axa, ya Carol, ¿cómo vas? I'm alive at least. Nice. Sí, dice que tenemos un pendejo socialista en los comentarios de mi video del crash out de Petro. Achira modoso. Dios mío. Debía haberme dado cuenta cuando el tipo leyó todo ese esquizo post y realmente no vio qué era lo que estaba mal con eso. ¿Leninista o nomás patriotero? No sé, pero tiene una lista de capitalismo at its finest en su canal. Ah, let's send a request, why not? Oh no! Pone entre comillas que la gente deja el país nada más por su entre comillas agenda socialista cuando es el presidente poniendo reformas que benefician a los pobres. No, no es así. Here you kinda have to call the company so they adjust it in time to time. Pinche internet. Sorry to hear that, chingocho. Implicó que la gente que deja la gente que sale de un país socialista es porque no le gustan las reformas que hacen solo benefician a los pobres. LOL. Según este sábado nos toca la nalgada a nosotros. A ver cómo nos volvemos locos acá. Dios mediante sobreviviremos. Sorry to hear that, Axa. Just pray that your president doesn't drunk and high tweet at 3 a.m. and causes an international crisis. Era tan bueno el paraíso que saliste corriendo. I told the guy to just go to get out of my comments and go see Petro. The guy is very much into that. Unironically, the guy is into that. One of the little things that happened is that he was found out cheating on his wife with a trans woman in Panama. My presidenta is a certified boomer. She can't the Twitter, so at least we'll have till Monday morning for her circus to start. Small victories, I guess. Huh? Yeah, Shingocho, it's real. I mean, your guy is 100% is a certified 100% Colombia core president. Nah, people here don't like him. They're tired of. There is no Tard Wrangler for him. People are fed up. That guy in my comments probably will try to spin the fact that very same guy actually got rid of the thing that of the money of the funds that allowed people to get their own house. The guy basically killed the program that allowed people buy their own house. So much so for so much so for policies that help poor people, huh? I mean as in he's a drunk mujeriego. Ah. Yo más bien lo pondría que él es un borracho todo Diego. Él fácilmente le da a todo. Todo. Con todo lo que eso implica. Base degenerate. No lo sé, Axaya Caro. Yo no lo consideraría basado cuando te enteras que él embarazó a la mamá de su hija mayor cuando ella tenía unos que 15, 14 años. Se la llevó de su casa cuando aún era parte de la guerrilla comunista en esa época. Porque eso es verdad. Si por alguna razón decides buscar. It's a joke. You hear someone do some heinous shit and you just say based. Ah. Oh, so it was a joke. Okay. Internet and not letting text and the inability to read sarcasm. Sorry about that. The ending out of this is don't let anyone under 25 vote. It's okay, but yeah, you got a weird guy on the chair down there. Blame Summers for that. They were the ones that voted for him. The S up here is to not let anyone under 25 vote. Konosuride. His little spat with Trump was so bad that his foreign affairs minister actually quit 3 days earlier than he was scheduled to leave his position. He was so mad that said, you know what, fuck you, I'm leaving now. He fixed the clusterfuck that he caused with Trump and then tapped out. Whatever fucking happens, you deal with it. Nah, let's go colonial. No one without property votes. Only landowners. Yeah. And the guy used to follow him closely, but the guy is so fed up and so angry at Petro that he tapped out earlier than he should and basically told him to fuck off. You're on your own. And in his place left a woman that doesn't even speak English to deal with international affairs. Hell, I have more credentials to be the Minister of International Affairs than her. That should give you an idea. Oh, and as a funny extra bit, since the scandal of him being caught with a trans woman in Panama, his wife hasn't been seen anywhere near him. In this, like, it's been almost a year now. Since then, his wife hasn't been anywhere near him, like in events and stuff. She's where it's supposed to the two of them to be there. She hasn't been. She spent all her time in Europe and the United States, or well, from now on just Europe, because Trump voided her visa. Lol. So that smells like problems in paradise. I am predicting a divorce announcement right when his term ends. He must have convinced her to wait until his term was done. Roru. Rumau. That's why Trump went after him. He is woke sexual. Trump didn't go after him. Trump didn't really go after him. He just had basically it was just an annoying it's the equivalent of having an annoying mosquito buzzing in your ear, and he quickly slapped it and went back to sleep. Or golf in this case. Because that's another thing, Trump handled all of this while he was golfing. Pretty funny. Not gonna lie, every country needs to have a system to teach and make a test, so after you pass it, then you can vote. There's problems with that, but I see it. Yeah, nothing happened at the end, right? Yeah, he fought in less than an hour. He bent like his trans mistress, fast and hard and wide. Twice. Nothing happened at the end, but visas for people of his political party and like sympathizers of his as well as political party members and his own family had their American visa revoked. So his people cannot go into the US to fix things. Roru. Oh, and his wife and his and his little princess can't go to Disney World, at least in Orlando anymore. I'm sorry, sweetie. You can't go to Disney World anymore because I was drunk tweeting. Which is funny because he says he doesn't like to go to the United States, but he's there all the time in upscale boutiques. And his wife and his daughter love that Disney World. A terrible fate. So yeah, I got at Schizo in my comments. I told him to get bent and spread it. I told him to fuck off and goatsy. And goatsy socialist charlatans. Duty for the Johnny! Hey Phantom, how you doing? We're here farming a bit of QP before we start reading. At work? Ah, sorry to hear that, Phantom. So yeah, fucking American socialists thinking they can tell the one suffering socialist starts. How good we have it because we have those starts in power. Right, Axa? Internet pro tip: don't ever even engage with people looking for an internet fight. Oh no, it doesn't seem like he's engaging in a fight. It's just that he's so fucking stupid that he seemed willing to start one because he totally knows what he's talking about. I don't know if you see my Phantom. Your lady is an ambassador with more qualifications than the current foreign affairs minister in Bonland. Your lady is an advanced ambassador. Believe me, he totally wanted a long discussion. Your lady is an advanced ambassador and use... Oh, this code is wrong. It's Bunui 10. I'm gonna have to hide this. Oops. Let me change this. Yeah, there we go. Use code Bunu. In chat, type exclamation mark advanced to get the details, but use code BUNUI10 to get 10% off in your 10% off in your purchase. I really want to buy some advanced stuff, but with the moving and stuff, I'm gonna have to wait. For now, I have some tropical mix juice that I'm gonna have to get in a bit because I'm dehydrating. Mira, Axa, para darte una idea, el tipo en ese rant, Petro estaba diciendo que Colombia descubrió el maíz y el pendejo en los comentarios no vio el problema con eso. Que dijo que era históricamente correcto o en el contexto. El maíz es de los mexicanos. Some internet social is with no idea what they're talking about. Hey, we got a golden fruit. Let's go. Okay, BRB gonna get me my juice. Sorry for the wait, everyone. Blondog suddenly wanted to walk out at 10 p.m. And before you ask, yes, I walked her out before stream, but she has this habit of not doing her business when in one outing, so she is constantly asking to be let out. Welcome back. I just came back to a few minutes ago. Okay, one more. So I got again one of those chocolate bars that I like, the trio, the one that has a cookie and peanuts. Good stuff. Proud of you, Bonnie. I do plan to get the blackout and a few of the gummies using your code later when I get off work. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you. I'm really excited about it. I want to buy some myself, but with the moving and stuff, whatnot, I'm not sure if I'll get them before like, basically if they'll get here before I move is what I mean. But I plan to get the blueberry ramune. I love blueberries. Is the code time limited? I think it's not. Yeah. Okay. I think that was enough farming. So let's get to reading. Last week in Nahui, Mictlan, cue DBC music, Olga Marie cruelly rejected Wak-chan. After she remembers she may be the foreign god we're fighting. Now our hero's mission is to get to the deepest stratum of Nahui Mictlan and stop the awakening of Ort. Kingdom of Corpses. Good morning! Good morning. You're the first one up today. Nice to see you seem to have gotten a good night's rest. You Olga Marie told me to go to bed early yesterday. You know, Lara, Father Kotomine actually left me a message to give you. It's about her. Not so long ago, I'm sure I would only have told you the message's contents and would not have been able to imagine how you might feel about them, but no, never mind that. Let me just give you the message. Oh, he's actually starting to understand. He's actually... The denotism is not hitting him as hard anymore. Chaldeans, I know this is short notice, but the young miss and I have decided to part ways with you. Though she has yet to regain her memories, and she is not yet sure who she really is, she has said, and I quote, "I'm sick and tired of dumb dinos, weak-ass earthlings, and stupid, sweltering Mictlan. We will therefore be leaving this lost belt tonight. I'm sorry I can't be present for your confrontation with David, but as the young Mrs. Butler, I am obliged to obey her. I wish you luck in your future endeavors. Shepherd of lost sheep, Father Kotomini." Do not believe his lies. The end. Yes. Oh, and one more thing. Father Kotomine asked me to give this to you as well. Are the carvings on this bark what you call English? Anyway, he said you Olga Marie made this for you. I cannot help you save the earth. I'm sorry. Oh, Olga. Really have no words for this, huh? Well, this was a rough start. I see. So you, Olga Marie, and Rasputin are gone. I actually saw that you, Olga Marie, the foreign god's signal had disappeared from our instruments. I was only able to follow it partway, but it looks like she was headed towards the surface. Well, the first stratum. Well, she didn't attack us, so that suggests she still hasn't regained her memories. She may not have liked me much, but it felt more like she saw me as a rival than an actual enemy. If anything, it seemed like she was fond of us, especially Lara, Bonnie, and Mash. But she still left without saying goodbye. That must mean... Was she offended by how wishy-washy we were about including her? I know what that's like. Hell, I don't know what it's like to not feel that way. Every time I joined a club in university, I always felt like I was the only one who didn't belong. It's hard. It feels like lying on a bed of nails. And above all, my fierce pride simply couldn't take it. I bet it was Rasputin's idea. I mean, I know I told him they should leave. But seeing Laron and Mash's responses is making me wonder if I was wrong. No. Deep down, I think secretly hoping you Olga Marie, the spitting image of Olga Marie, would officially join Chaldea in the end. I'm going to miss her too. Yes, she was a foreign god, but she was hilarious to watch. I'm going to miss her too. Yes, she was a foreign god, but she was hilarious to watch and had gaps in her knowledge and defense so big you could drive a bus through them. If I managed to take advantage of one of those openings and analyze her. That would have made it really easy to find out what exactly a foreign god is. Why she looks like Chaldea's former director and how she incarnated into a beast spirit origin. Alright everyone, chin up. No harm has been done, so there is no cause to be depressed. We may have lost our chance to verify it, but the fact that she is still suffering from memory loss is good news. This gives us an opportunity to complete one of our original objectives. Stop the foreign god from fusing with Ort. I agree. Heartless as it sounds, there's no sense in discussing this further. You Olga Marie is no longer helping us. She's our enemy once more, and that's how I'm going to think of her. Got that, Mash and Laron? Man. I understand, but go easy on Mash. But maybe she hasn't left for good. There's still a chance she could decide to come back. Yes, that's definitely possible. So if you do run into her again, make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. That said, if she comes to us asking to talk instead of attacking, I won't force you to strike first. If that time comes, I'll leave the decision up to you. Got it? Go on, repeat back what I said. Thank you, Captain. Yay. That's not what I said. Also, why are you thanking me? Because it shows that you trust not only us, but her too. Yeah, maybe you're right. That Marine didn't have any unique skills separate from the rest of the series, but he was a much better judge of character than I've ever been. Man, Marine 4 feels bad. Alright, it took us a lot longer than I expected, but it's finally time to start our staff briefing. First, I want to reconfirm our main objectives. The primary one, as we just mentioned, was to neutralize the foreign god and stop her from fusing with Ort. Our secondary objective was to exercise the South American Lost Belt and to capture the last cryptor, David. Obviously, things have changed since then. There's been no shortage of surprises in this Lost Belt, and now we need to rethink how we handle those two objectives. I don't remember if I replied, but I think the code is not time limited, Phantom, so don't worry, you can use it. Oh, did I read this? For one, now that the foreign god is suffering from memory loss, she is not even thinking about fusing with Ort. Meanwhile, David the Cryptor and his servant Tezcatlipoca are now trying to use Ort for their own ends. If what you saw in Mexico City was, in fact, a vision of the near future, then we must begin by considering how we can prevent it from coming to pass. Right you are. Unfortunately, the Ortinex contained no video footage of the collapse of Mictlan and Earth that Lara Bonnie reported. Not because it didn't record for that span of time, you see, but because that footage, and only that footage, was lost. We therefore have no choice but to take our field operative's word for it. Still, I have to ask, are you sure the whole Earth was really falling apart? It wasn't an illusion or a forced perspective or something along those lines? It was real, no question. I can't believe it! Oh, I'm not talking about your testimony, I'm talking about David's absolute insane plan. Isn't he working for the foreign god? And doesn't the foreign god want to rule Earth? So how can she possibly rule the planet if it no longer exists? Koyanskaya, do you have any idea what he's thinking? The fact is, you did used to be on the Cryptor's side, so you must know more than anyone else here. Afraid I haven't the slightest clue, and I'm not alone there. David was always enigmatic, even to the other Cryptors and the foreign god's disciples. Before the foreign god appeared here as you, Olga Marie, she was only focused on Lord Kishtaria. She had less than no interest in the other Cryptors. Now that I think about it though, she did kind of seem like she was deliberately ignoring David. Well, more that she chose to leave him out of her plans. Damn, he's that big of a deal? She never so much as gave him an order, never even said she didn't care what he did. That's not how you treat a subordinate, if anything. Yes, she was treating him like an equal, or possibly a superior. Hola. Hola, Matias. Hello. Oh, damn. So David is a big deal. Damn. An equal or superior to the foreign god, David? David's secretly a big honcho. The foreign god and I signed a mutual non-aggression pact which let me do whatever I wanted. But the foreign god never had any authority over Lord David. Ooh. Maybe Lord David was never even a cryptor to begin with. Ooh. Dun dun dun. Never a cryptor to begin with? Does that mean he was never really on Kirstaria's side? I see. Now I understand what that file of war dimes I saw in Olympus was talking about. Kirillite, David was a member of Team A, that's not in question. That said, he was never in the same position as us. He didn't owe the foreign god anything. For that matter, the rest of us had never even heard the word crypter until we were brought back to life. Me, Ophelia, Akuta, Barrow, none of us had heard it before, but it looked like David was already familiar with it. At the time, I thought that name was like a blood oath sealing our vow to revolt against humanity, but I was wrong. It was actually the foreign god who told Kirstaria that we were to be called crypters. So calling you crypters was not Woldheim's idea after all. Then what are the requirements for being one? Do you just need to be a member of Team A? What is that code for? Matthias, my code Bunui10 is to get a 10% off on your purchase on Advanced GG. So if you type, you'll get the details. If Nightbot actually does its job. I'm not totally sure, but like I said, the rest of us only learned the name Cryptor when the foreign god resurrected us. What's more, there was a price we had to pay if we were going to be resurrected. Resolve the incineration of humanity. While we were in our coffins, the foreign god promised to resurrect us. If we could prove we had the same power to resolve the incineration of humanity incident that Laramboni and Mash did. But that was impossible. Me, Ophelia, and everyone else on Team A were all dead in our coffins. It was hopeless. We couldn't even have made it through the first singularity like that. Because people die when they are killed. So, Woldheim did it for us. He resolved the incineration of humanity incident all by himself several times over so that we wouldn't have to. Ooh. He never said anything about it, never threw it in our faces. He just made sure we all had the same opportunities he did. Man, Kirstaria was a gigachad. Yes, I can certainly see him doing that. I understand how you feel, Karok. It's okay, I'm calmer now. I can just imagine the troubled expression on Woldheim's face if he saw me making you sympathize with me like this. Anyway, my point is, I never found any mention of David's resurrection. Oh, okay. I'm just guessing here, but I think David somehow managed to resurrect himself. Ooh. Things are getting spicy. David just said no you to death, LMAO. Ooh. Big reveals. This is getting interesting. Apparently, the foreign god needed a certain amount of energy to resurrect us. In fact, it took the same amount needed to clear the incineration of humanity. David managed it by generating that energy all on his own. I bet even the foreign god must have been at a loss. Ooh. According to Woldheim's records, the foreign god gave us only minimal support in our coffins by letting us use Chaldea summoning systems to summon servants. But apparently David didn't even make use of that. So even though it was all just a simulation, he still resolved the incineration of humanity alone, without a single servant. What the hell is David? David is kind of a big deal now. Ooh. So he made it all the way from the first singularity to the final one entirely on his own? What the hell? What is he? Some kind of super master or something? Was he being a jerk or just showing off? Did he just feel compelled to prove he's a better master than Lara and Bonnie by resolving the incineration of humanity without a single servant's help? It wasn't like that. Again, I'm quoting from Woldheim's records. David's envoy was omitted because his way of thinking and David's envoy was omitted because his way of thinking and living never belonged with humanity in the first place. So he's not human? Ooh. Big reveals, big reveals. Ooh. I see. Then he will have had no choice but to satisfy this condition on his own. Because he's not part of humankind. And since he's not part of humankind, and since he isn't on humanity's side, he couldn't summon the servant even if he wanted to. Ooh. Big reveals. Well, mandatory interruption. Gah! Must you sound the alarm at the worst possible timing, sommelier? What is it anyway? We've got a problem. Something's rampaging outside. Even the dinos are all fleeing in terror. Maybe we should suspend the briefing for now and see what's up? Got it. Laran, Mash? If not human, why look human? Good question. Joke's on you, I don't know why FGO still didn't make able to read more than 2 lines per box. It can get annoying. Yeah. We're on it. Good question, Phantom. Right! Habatrod, can you help us? Sure thing. It's probably just some carnivorous insects or ocelome. Anyway, I'll have this wrapped up in no time. Wow. And they make us put a rider against an assassin, of course. cool. You know what? Let's use this. Let's use the bond bots before they expire. $30. Okay, that's not good. Yarakante. すごいだろう。Bye, Havinian. Thank God for supports got better by the time. Imagine Shimosa Musashi level of support nowadays. Don't even joke about it, Matthias. Oh, do I have to kill all 30? Yes, I have to kill them all. Awesome. Uh-oh. That's the alarm. Not a good sign. Now what? Man, I can't wait to get a... I can't wait to move out of this fucking place. What is that sound? An around, which means like shit is happening in the neighborhood, which I'm gonna have to check in a bit. faster. I'm gonna have to check BRB. I'm back. Forgot it was reading day, starting the story catch up. Hey, Toodleman. Well, they rang the alarm. So, my take is that... Welcome back, thank you. There was probably an attempt robbery in the area. I will go and check, but it doesn't look. Gonna have to ask tomorrow what happened. Oh, the 22 million download campaign just started? Oh, really? Give me a second. Let's finish this. God, I can't wait to move out of this fucking place. Hey, Bond. Ooh, money. And steaks, always good. Ah, come on. Hello, Bonnie-chan. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Hey, and 30 days Saint Quartz, let's go. Ordeal walk pro, what? That's not the ordeal called prologue, it's the it's the prologue for the Koyanskaya raid. It's always been like that. I'm doing fine? Nice. Give me. I wonder. I really slacked off and haven't been saving for Draco in March. That has to change. Gotta get all I can to save for Draco. And I want to go NP2 on her if possible. Okay, let's try again. Kamazots! It's Kamazots! It's the bad! The shadow of death is here! He didn't even wait for it to get dark! Oh, you guys can't see me. Run! Run for your lives! Run before he sucks your blood and turns you into a living corpse! More enemies approaching from the jungle. There's still more coming, master. Those footsteps are shaking the ground. Must be mindless dinos. Be careful, everyone. No president and no Kukulkan right now, so we'll need a servant to break through its defenses. Or a mystic code if you've got one that can do the trick. Something that pierces evil. Let's go with sushi. And coin. Aerial drive. And Kamlan. Let's load up this one. So yeah, that was an alarm. There was probably an attempt to robbery in the area. Which again, just convince me that we need to move out of this fucking place ASAP. Ow! Shit, that hurt. Nice. Blood sucking. All right, he has pierce evil. Never mind. Ah! Bye, Castoria. Ah, got it.
それでこそ私のマスターかと。
Yay, leveled up. Crash one? Did that dinos just turn into dust? I thought the same. Charo, huh, crash one. Hello! Hello, Charo. I thought the same. It seemed like something other than poison or pain robbed it of its intelligence. I never thought we would run into monsters like that in a Lost Belt. I will be brief. You just fought a vampire. Now we have vampire dinosaurs. That dinos must have been attacked by a blood-sucking monster, then became one itself. As for the animated corpses you fought prior to that one, they must have been lesser familiars and ghouls. Such monsters are created by imbibing the blood of the undead, which causes them to instinctually seek more blood even after death. They are a type of enemy we have not seen previously. They are also a foreign enemy which would normally not be your problem. So now, as if David's Void and Tezcatlipoca were not bad enough, it seems we must also address another new threat to Chaldea. It's not new at all. It's Camasots. The dinos even said so. Yeah. Camasots, as in one of the major dark gods of Xibalba described in the Popol Vuh text of Mayan mythology. Now that you mention it, I remember seeing details about someone by that name in Laran Bonnie's report as well. Are you sure that is it? Are you sure that it is him? Are you certain you were not mistaken or that you misheard, perhaps? According to the Popol Vuh, Camasots was a monster who cut off people's heads to drink their blood, but it says nothing about him being able to control the dead. Oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad, Sion and Da Vinci. For a dinos, Camasots is even more frightening than the night. Whenever he shows up, all the dinos hide away in their homes. And that means they won't be able to help repair their border, so it'll take us way longer to finish fixing it. Well, that sucks. Well, I suppose our original plan was to fix it ourselves, so we haven't really lost anything in that sense, but... Never mind the repairs for now. Is Chichen Itza in trouble? Yes, it is. We're in Chichen Itza territory right now, and there's no telling when those monsters might head for the city. Then we have no choice but to defeat Camasots. Besides, he's the one who's been using Master's command spells without her permission. I knew we would have to face him eventually, so if that time is now, I have no objections. So he's the one with the command spells. Alright, I don't blame you for being upset, Mash. Also, I'm surprised you already knew Camasots, Tepeu. I thought you were meeting him for the first time back in the first underworld along with the rest of us. Well, that was my first time actually meeting him in person. Camasots is the only being in Mictlan who is superior to us dinos, which makes him a frightening figure. I just happened not to think of him that way myself. So when we met him, the only thought I had was, oh, so that's Camasots. So the dinos are simply scared of him then. I suppose that means it's up to us then. It's only right that we repay the dinos for all their help and hospitality. Laren, Mash, go take care of Kamazots for them. I'll even send Koi and Skya to help you. Me? Why me? Oh, no particular reason. I certainly haven't been wondering how long this Vixen means to keep mooching off us. Wondering if she'll ever take a page from the dinosaurs book. None of that has even occurred to me. No, sir. Not once. Anyway, good luck. Gee. I've decided I'm coming along too. I already know which direction the ghouls came from. It's the jungle northwest of here. The same place you all went to look for food before. What did you just say? Oh? Hatsue. Another. I was so intrigued I decided to join you. Oops. Kamazots is probably hiding out in the ancient Khan ruins. It's a dangerous place, so this time I want to do everything I can to ensure all of your safety in this time. This time? Did something happen at these ruins before? Man. No, not at Khan. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Come, let's hurry. Tepeo. He was talking about what happened with Marine. Man. Are these Khan ruins dangerous? Khan was a city, well, a kingdom really, that predated Chichen Itza. It's believed that the dinos who rebuilt Chichen Itza actually used Khan as a reference. That's news to me. What happened then? Did the kingdom decline naturally, or did a later king decide to relocate the capital? We're not sure. To this day, no dinos knows what Khan was like in its heyday. I mean, even if they knew, remember that dinos don't keep records of history and stuff. They don't bother with it. Huh. We don't know what life was like for the dinos who lived there, or why Khan ultimately disappeared. Then again, you guys don't keep records of anything, so this was a long time ago, you understand. The only knowledge the priests passed down was knowledge acquired after Chichen Itza was completed. That being said, some dinos do believe Khan's downfall had something to do with the fourth annihilation. Fourth annihilation? I already told Father Kotomine this, but according to Kukulkan, Mictlan's son once went into a hibernation of sorts. Consequently, Mictlan experienced a night which lasted for a very long time. In turn, the dinos had no choice but to follow the son's lead, close their eyes, and enter a deep slumber. In your terms, this sleep lasted about 100,000 years! Holy shit! Okay. When the sun returned, less than 10% of the dinos who had gone to sleep were able to reawaken. Okay. 100,000 years? And only 10% of you came back? There's no way you could have repopulated your species with so few. Oh wait, now that I think about it, humans experienced a similar miracle. 70,000 years ago, back when modern humankind only existed in West Africa, there was a freak weather event that reduced the population down to only 2,000 people. They survived the crisis, They survived the crisis, though, and eventually spread out to other continents, eventually growing their numbers to 7 billion alive today. Although, the way Tepeo put it, it sounds like the dinos are able to crypto-preserve themselves. Maybe they have something similar to cryptobiosis, the ability that lets tardigrades survive even in outer space. That clinches it. The dinos are clearly a new type of prime species. One that was purposefully designed with a talent for genetic manipulation that never existed in proper human history. It's not much farther to the Khan ruins now. Please watch your step, everyone. There are many fences to trip on there. Yeah, those are definitely ruins, but there's something about them. Right, something feels off about them. Koyanskaya, is something wrong? Something wrong? Perish the thought. I was just taking a little trip down memory lane, that's all. More importantly, look up. Don't you recognize those flapping sounds and that creepy laugh? How cruel, how endlessly, deliciously cruel. You cluster together in your weakness. Cowering, trembling, you build walls. You prosper and eventually have yourselves a kingdom. But no matter how you rack your brains, you're still hopelessly weak. All that hard work wasted. In the end, all that remains of you is your bones and the ruins of your shattered, forgotten dreams. What can one do but laugh? But look down upon you in what can one do but laugh? But look down upon you in contempt. Truly, the tears of the weak are as sweet as the blue blood in their veins. Kamasats. How I've enjoyed waiting for you, apes. It was worth the trouble of sending my messengers to get your attention. I'm accustomed to boredom, but don't take that to mean I'm anything approaching patient. You responded so quickly, the dinos could learn a lot from you in that regard. But faster isn't always better. I only count 3 servants with you this time. The shield girl, the child scholar, and a gossied up beast. Do you really mean to challenge me, the Lord of the Underworld, with this pathetic lot? Has Tezcatlipoca rattled you so much that you forgot the foolhardy display of valor you showed in the Underworld, Priest of Chaldea? Fine, let's have your excuse then. Why have you so underestimated me? Hey, it's not like we're in the underworld now, right? So you think you needn't fear me because we aren't in the underworld? Is that it? Insolence, 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 insolence. Death, 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 death. Alright, that should do it. You may be infuriating beyond compare, but you are brave. I like that. You're exactly what humans should be, Priest of Chaldea. Now I want even more to be you. What? These summoning arts fascinate me. It's rather fun getting to meet the dead warriors. I see you've reclaimed 2 of the command spells. One still belongs to the underworld though. My original plan was to cut your head off in the 4th layer. And to take your eyes and brain for myself. But it seems it's time to show you how wrong you are about being able to defeat me just because we're not in the underworld. It's time to slake my thirst. Don't worry, all I need from you is your head. I do so love blood, but I hate having the same blood twice. Unfortunately, you all look the same. You all look alike. I can't be expected to tell an ocelot from a serpent, so it's my personal policy to kill any creature whose blood I've tasted before. Would you like to know why? So I don't ever have to look at them again and won't have to resort to tasting their blood twice. So welcome, welcome, listen well, undead warriors of Khan. The time has come to add to your ranks. Let's see what we have here. Nahui Mictlan. Part 2. Battle ends after defeating 10 enemies. Let me do a thing. Oh, never mind. Ante la duda, la dragona tetuda. Atsui chat, mucho atsui. Ah.
喉の渇きを癒す時だ。なに、首だけ残っていればいい。ここでお前たちを歓迎しよう。不死なるカーンの戦士よ。その同胞を増やす時だ。
Hey, I recognize that voice. That's Nobuyuki Hiyama. That's Link. That's Link, chat. It's gonna be one of those, is it?嘘。
見えはいらぬと申しても夏の暑さに喉カラカラ
息吹の味方走りやすいこと
尻尾バーン
Battle Infinite 覚悟はいい？
夏の女神が衆生に告げる
踊りなさいな、触りなさいな。Evoking my hyper carry.
やるじゃん。痛いのはちょっと
熱い。Battle Infinite
お返しをしなくてはね。
仕方ないね、君たちは。
へえ、悪いんだ。そうかい？適当にやっとくわ。
適当にやっとくわ。
見えはいらぬと申しても
夏の暑さに喉カラカラ息吹の味方走りやすいこと
尻尾バーン
あらあららら I've memorized all her, well, most of her lines at least. Ow! Hey.
悪いな。それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたの星を沸かさせてしまう。洗いのカリバーン。
God, I need a shower again. 走りやすいこと。Kaan warrior. Ah, it's not enough. No. Okay, fine.
So.
ざまー。
へえ、悪いんだ。少しだけね。そうか、そうか。たとえどれだけ遠くとも、私の向こうに楽園がある。行方を感じて目を開けて。ウィーズを上がる。
夏が来たりてかぎろい揺れて雨が来たり
Friendly reminder that Lady Avalon is a fucking asshole. Even worse than Marilyn, in fact. Made it! Okay, hi Bonnie. Holy shit, the reveals? Yeah, Turtleman! Shit's getting... We got some big reveals earlier in the chapter.
へえ、もちろん悪いんだ。そうか、そうか。
Most importantly, Nobuyuki Hiyama, my boy!
踊りなさいな。
触りなさいな。Yeah, Kamasotsu is Nobuyuki. Which is just about perfect because the guy is the scream queen and laugh queen. And Kamasotsu tends to do a lot of that.
そうかい？そうなの？
そうなの？
ザバ
さま
ー。お返しはしなくてもね。
仕方ないね、君たちは。
感じるといいさ。そうか、そうか。たとえどれだけ遠くとも。
You did go over that the schizo in my schizo socialist in my comments. Yeah, no, fuck off.
夏の女神が衆生に告げる踊りなさいな、騒ぎなさいな。
It's hollow. Tell him to go and goat see somewhere else. Hey, we won. Bones. Evil ones. I need them. Truly spectacular fighting, servants. Reminds me of the good old Dark Ages. I never thought the billion souls and gallons of blood I consumed would one day be the driving force for all these skeletons. We can't beat him like this. We can't even get near Kamasotsu with all these skeletons around. Do you have a shot, Koyaskaya? I'm afraid not. This crowd of skeletons is doing a wonderful job of making an obstruction of themselves. Unfortunately for us, this is the perfect place for a necromancer. By my count, there are no fewer than 100,000 corpses buried here. Let's go. We can't fight him here. That's right. I don't need the underworld to summon the dead. And it looks like you apes can't see the blood threads I'm using to bind souls to the skeletons. Damn it, Guy looks like an idiot, but he's really good at this. He's got us boxed in. We don't have a way out. I can force my way past them and into the jungle, but I won't get more than a few meters. I don't think retreat is an option right now, Master. Then we're gonna have to push through, right through Kamazots. I'm afraid that's not a good idea. The moment Mash gets close to him, he'll retreat back up to the sky, and the skeletons will completely swarm her. We need a decoy. Someone big and tough who won't get hurt in all this. Obviously, it has to be me. Alright everyone, I'll see you later. I should be able to hold out as long as the sun is here. But I would very much appreciate if you came to rescue me as soon as you can. No, Tepeu, don't do it! Not you! Huh, Tepeu? Huh? No, Dino. So that's the Dino's barrier Lauren mentioned in her report. It looks as strong as electromagnetic armor. Oh good, he finally remembered he's a fucking dinosaur. There, I fired a volley of my prized napalm rockets. We now have a clear path into the jungle. It won't last long though, so I suggest anyone who wants to leave gets moving and quickly. Senpai! I know, fall back! We overheard everything on the comms. We know Tepeo stayed behind in enemy territory. I wish we could combat the enemy's numbers with our own, but... We'll help save Master Tepeo. We've got to... But we can't handle Kamazots. He's just too scary. I know we shouldn't be afraid, but I just can't stop shaking. Whee! Oh, get a hold of yourselves, soccer raptors. We're not going to demand that non-combatants put themselves in danger. We just need your speed. Run to the temple as fast as you can and fetch Kukulkan. She's ridiculously strong. She should have no trouble handling hundreds, no, thousands of enemies. Our 7th bros are already doing just that, but he screeched that he can't find Lady Kukulkan anywhere. Damn it, she just does whatever the hell she feels like, doesn't she? I suppose this is it then. Koyaskaya can't do much against skeletons since they don't desire anything, and with Captain unable to leave the border right now. Koyan heard that. Does this mean it's time for Karok with his anti-beast magecraft and combat focus, so accustomed to fighting on the front lines? Does anyone have their god's phone number? What's a phone? Sion, an expert alchemist and elite member of the Atlas Institute, whose plans always go according to her calculations. Myself, an intellectual mage and expert commander who issues orders left and right from HQ. And Munier, who can probably also do something useful to join Lauren in battle. I'm not really a combatant, you know. I cannot use threats or pull off combos or anything like that. Melty blood reference, that's what I was thinking. Are you sure, Sion? Because you could pull some combos in Melty blood. I overheard the whole thing. It seems my time has come. Oh yeah, hey yeah. What better way to fight zombies than with mummies? Nito. No one can match me in the art of necromancy. That Kamasotsu is even using zombies and skeletons shows just how much he has to learn. Oh good, she's finally buried. Meanwhile, Sion winning tournaments. If this demon claims to be a skilled summoner, I will show him the true might of Egyptian technique. Hey, Matthias! Welcome, welcome. Thanks for the membership and welcome to serfdom. Melty Blood is such a joking name. What do you mean, Axa? How dare you? Welcome to serfdom, Matthias. Welcome. The technique that even takes our undead's comfort and well-being into consideration by ensuring they still have bodies. Oh, now that is confidence right there. I'd never have believed you were the same servant who's been on a losing streak since we got here. Shut up, Gordolf. I mean, he's not wrong. The idea of melty blood? Ugh. Well said, Nitocris. This is your chance to redeem yourself after your humiliating loss to Tlaloc. Gordolf, shut it. Did you really need to bring that up right now? True, true. I'm with you. Yes, I can hear them, the voices of the dead. With so many here, even an inexperienced necromancer could embed them in vessels. He could call out to 100 dead and he would only capture one. I doubt he cares who he gets as long as they can fight. So the others are just ghosting him? But are you sure you can beat him? I am. This is where we fought that turkey. I remember its cry was no ordinary thing. I see now it's because it was calling out to the dead. That's why it affected me so much. I can hear the voices of the dead. I'm ashamed I didn't realize this at the time and only dismissed it as a healthy morning call. So you essentially left your spirit channel on and dialed up to maximum volume. More or less, yes. It didn't do me any favors at the time, but at least I can make use of the experience now. I'm going to layer a spell that mimics that bird's cry over Kamasot's necromancy, essentially jamming his signal. Only a truly exceptional necromancer could hope to keep control of their familiars under those circumstances. That was relevant? Apparently it was. So, which set of ears do you use to listen to the dead anyway? Do try to keep your insolence to a minimum. As for my ears, it doesn't matter either way. Alright. Nito is a VTuber. She has 4 ears. We're here! These are the Khan ruins. Now, where's the Tepeu? Tepeu! Ouch. These can soldiers are hurting me. Also, you'll be happy to learn, Turtleman, that the Pew is slowly breaking out of its denotism, and it's understanding emotions and context and subtext. I saw. Looks like he's tired, but still hanging in there. Phew, we're not too late. So you've returned, Chaldean girl. Good. Struggling like that really gets your blood pumping. So what did you bring this time? A storm? A fire? A disease? It doesn't matter. The Khan warriors are indestructible. You can never defeat them with the kind of violence you'd use on the living... Huh? Hmm? Huh? Eh? Is he scared of her? Good question. I don't know what's going on, but this will seem to be our chance. I'll open my underworld mirror and cleanse the spirits that fill this land. Ah! A necromancer! I knew it! You should be ashamed. Revolting. Revolting! I want to tear my own eyes out. It's so hideous. Kill that woman, my warriors. Otherwise, she will send you into a nightmare from which you'll never awaken. How dare you hear the voices of the dead even outside the underworlds? There's only room in Mictlan for one necromancer, and that's me. I guess he got mad at Nito for stepping in his turf, I guess. How chuny. A god of the dead hating necromancers does make sense, but he has acknowledged himself as one. Chuny, I wouldn't say he's Chuniac, so you'll know in time. He's a bit special. You'll see. As for Turtleman's statement, how do I put this? Kamasot's, well, he's I guess I'll go back and say it again. He's special. No, fuck, I won't put mash. Fuck. Reminds me of early Kali the Reaper trying to frame her view of Russia the Necromancer as a philosophical disagreement she could begrudgingly overlook. Nice. Kamasot's is special indeed. Ah, the good old times. Oh, actually, let me. And this for extra bond. Let's see.
やはりそうか、資料使い恥を知れ。目玉が潰れるほどおぞましい。戦士ども殺すがいい。冥界以外で死者の声を聞く蛮行許すまじ。
不敬はダメですよ。
Yay! Also love having the Nobuyuki Hiyama interventions there.
特別に許可します。
特別に
わかります。それが良いでしょう。
それが良いでしょう。Love that guy.
屍の鏡、暗黒の剣、扉、恐怖の心、暗空ねぶた術。
There. Love I need to use her more for farming. She carried me quite hard on JP back in the day. She was a 4-star to rival many 5-stars back then. I think it's in Carnival Phantasm when they make a reference to her being a farming slave. Like Guda is coming back from a farming session and it's Arash, Waver, and Nito. And anyone that plays the game knows what they were doing, basically. Pura rush, pura rush. Come on, I need a... Now Castoria has Castoria and hell, even before Castoria, Scary kinda put Waver in retirement, and then Castoria put Scary in retirement. Yay, we won. Nice. What is this? What just happened? What happened is that you just lost, demon god. I've read these ruins of all the dead spirits gathered here. You no longer have even a single pawn to command. I said, what just happened? Huh? Leave my waifu! Nito! One move and I'll split her from head to toe with my scythe. Oh, so we got a CG, okay. Okay, that side move though. So fast. He grabbed me before I even had the time to blink. Now, answer me, woman. What just happened here? How did you do it? Gah. You mean how I return your familiars to the earth? I just used my own dead spirits to banish your... No, no, no. The soldiers. The soldiers you commanded. You were treating those pale ghosts as though they were your own subjects, weren't you? Those ghosts were long dead. Any dreams they had vanished along with their souls. And you are going to tell me, what? That you remember each of their names? What? Answer me! Do you actually bother remembering them all? Do you really recall those dead people's names and deeds every single time you call upon them? Of course I do. Those ghosts were all once loyal subjects of the Pharaoh. Even if they are no longer with us, I still honor their names and deeds. A Pharaoh who reigned as briefly as I did is only able to exist as a heroic spirit because I share their pain. Gah. Ah! Ah! I'm trying to pull a Nobuyuki here. Eh? Disgusting. Utterly disgusting. Ugh, I want to tear my own skin off. I can't take it. I can't take it any longer. This is the worst day ever. Ruined by the worst woman ever. What even are those ridiculous rabbit ears? They make every hair on my body stand on end. Fuck you! He's such a curious guy. He always wants to know how we're doing what we're doing. Curious George, you mean? Wow, fuck you! The rabbit ears rule. Nobuyuki? I'm going to Yayauki for a healing bath. That spring, the source of night, should at least rid of me of these awful chills. I'm not sure what he was talking about, but I get the feeling that it was very insolent indeed. It was, Nito. How dare he touch a pharaoh like that? Anyway, I didn't manage to land a hit on him, but does this mean we've driven him away? I'd say this counts as a victory. Indeed, victory is yours, and I live to see another day. Thank you all so much. Nito Chris, you did what no one else has ever been able to accomplish. You defeated Kamazots and drove him off. I have no doubt there's going to be a grand festival in Chichen Itza tonight. You should return there with your head held high. I see, a festival, huh? Wait, what? Yeah, Nito! She beat him at his own game by doing something he had dismissed as foolish. Is it his pride she hurt? Probably. Let's see. Can we read Act 13? Shoo. Act 13 is kinda long. We're gonna have to leave it for next time, unfortunately. Oh, pretty. Yay! Wow, you were right, Tepeu. Spectacular work, Nito Chris. No other warrior has ever managed to drive Kamazots away. The dinos will never forget what you've done. From now on, whenever they encounter a problem, they'll say, Nito Chris didn't give up when she drove off that annoying bat. What will Nito Chris do? WWND. What would Nito Chris do? That's a screenshot, I'm saving this. What will Nito do, everyone? Damn, even little Tessie is impressed. Insolence! Insolence! Huh? Huh? Still not fully grasping the situation. Oh, this is prime for an anime thing. I remember how the Babylonia anime actually animated Ishtar with the most useless goddess ever beat. If there's a Nahui Mictlan anime, they have to animate this. Party's still going by the sound of it. I can still hear the dinos all the way out here. This is not how I imagined today would go, but at least Caldia is super popular with the dinos now. Starting tomorrow, we should be able to focus on repairing the border again, but before that... Yes, we need to continue our discussion from earlier. It seems that the last scripter, David Semboyd, has a plan of his own, entirely separate from the foreign gods. He means to use Ort, whatever it is in this Lost Belt, to destroy the entire planet. So our top priority now, ahead of tracking down Ort or cutting down the Tree of Emptiness, is to stop David's plan. Though of course, since we have not yet been able to detect the Tree of Emptiness, much less locate it, we can do little in the way of planning to cut it down. Yeah, between crashing, getting taken prisoner, the surprise cultural exchange, and the zombie attack, I honestly haven't given a thought to searching for the Tree of Emptiness. How about you, Laren? Mash? Have you two seen anything around that looked like it could maybe be the Tree of Emptiness? Nope. Hell, Mictlan is chock full of mysteries. I agree with Senpai. The surface is completely devastated, while this underground world teems with life. I think if we understood Mictlan's structure, we'd have no trouble figuring out where the Tree of Emptiness is, but... Hey, you people are all overthinking this. Things like the Tree of Emptiness are always in the deepest, most inaccessible parts of the world. Ah, I see Gordolf has become a generous savvy. I was gonna say, if this is divided into stratums, it only makes sense that they hide the tree at the very bottom, huh? Gordolf is onto something. So it seems clear to me that we'll find Mictlan's tree of emptiness at its southernmost point, the nearth bottommost stratum, thinking vertically. And that means once the storm border is back up and running, we can fly right to it. So for now, let's just be patient. Give our technical advisor Ancien time to finish the repairs while we kick back and relax in our air-conditioned rooms. Fuck you. Not happening, Gordolf. Did you forget about the report of what happened in Mexico? If we don't do something soon, we won't be able to stop the future where Ord wakes up. And we have no idea how long it'll be until that happens. So the best thing we can do right now is to stop Tezcatlipoca and David's plan before they can wake Ord up. Right, that slipped my mind, but the future they saw was already said, no? Will us stopping their plan change that? Of course! If we do nothing, the futures they saw in Mexico City will be set. But right now, we are still at the crossroads of the present. Should Ord wake, we will no longer be able to alter the future Tezcatlipoca showed us. However, if we can stop Ord from waking, the future is entirely in our hands. Yep, and that's why we need all the information we can get. Who exactly is David Sem Void? How is he planning to wake Ord? For that matter, what exactly is Ord? We still haven't detected it in Mictlan, so right now we can't even say whether it's asleep or dead. I was gonna say, couldn't we kinda see a tree at the bottom of this cylinder? Good eyes, Toodleman. You did indeed notice something. There seems to be something at the bottom, very much looking like the tree. Without that information, we can't really formulate a plan. As much as I wish otherwise. Unfortunately, we don't have any way of finding more information. Neither the dinos nor the king of dinosaurs seem to have any knowledge of things outside of Chichen Itza. Maybe we could infiltrate Mexico City again and ask David himself? Nah, that's a dumb idea. Even if we manage to get in and find him, he'd sooner die than tell us anything. What should we do then? It's been less than a year since David came to this Lost Belt, the same as it was for the other cryptors. So where was he for all that time? What was he doing? How did someone so opposed to humanity summon Tezcatlipoca? Where exactly are Ord and the Tree of Emptiness? If only we could talk to someone who had the answers to those questions. Of course, we could never be so lucky as for there to be someone around who conveniently has the knowledge we need. Ooh. Oh, is that all you need? There she is! Because I'm pretty sure you can find the dinos who knows what the cryptor's been doing since his arrival. They're in Mictlan. Hey, yeah, is he even Tezcatlipoca's master? He thought like he had no real authority over him. Hell, even if he had, Tezcatlipoca is very much doing whatever he wants. Kukulkan, when did you get here? Oh, sorry. The dinos have been pestering me for more of your stories. So I came here to fetch Laren and Mash. But your conversation was so interesting, I just couldn't help but listen in, yes. I see. Sorry we didn't notice you. So, what is this Mictlan place? In our world's Aztec mythology, it is part of the name of the first of the 13 heavens, the bottommost domain where the moon moved. Iluicatl Metztli. So, from what you're saying, I gather it's some kind of moon-like facility overlooking all of Mictlan? That's right! Unlike the bastard in the sunglasses, I don't know much about the future, or casualty, or any other complicated topics. But I do still want to help you, so I decided to skip the council meeting in Mictlan and come here to talk. If you don't know the answer to a question, ask someone who does. And there's a very knowledgeable dinos who's good at answering questions in the Mictlan Observatory, yes! So there is someone up there with an even greater knowledge of Mictlan than you? So where... That is, who in the world is this person? Are they part of the teachings of the sun like you? Good question. The circumstances of our births are pretty similar. If you think of me as Mictlan's new son, she's Mictlan's new land. She can never leave the place where she was born. Oh. Maya? And that place is the last destination humankind can reach on their own power. The observatory that was built in the 7th stratum. It's known as Mictlan, the terminal observatory, and is the home of Princess Ixquick, the stargazer known as Archetype Earth. Oh! Arcade? Hold it. Hold it, Cuckoo. Hold it. The observatory that was built in the 7th stratum. It's known as Mictlan, the terminal observatory, and is the home of Princess Ixquick, the stargazer known as Archetype Earth. Didn't she say dinos though? But she also said Archetype Earth, so that's Arcade. So there is an archetype in Mictlan. Okay. This is getting interesting. Even more. It should be, but this is a lost belt. It might not be the same archetype Earth. Guess we're gonna have to go down there and find out for ourselves. Is it Arcade or is it something else? She is a duplicate of the planet's soul. She has existed ever since Mictlan first came into being. Though, of course, we know they added Archetype Earth Arcade not too long ago. Huh. Well, this is getting... Well, now this is getting even more interesting. The 7th stratum, Mictlan, the terminal observatory, almost like the Chaldea of Mictlan. Thank you, Kukulkan. I wasn't expecting a lifeline, but you've truly proven to be our savior. Alright everyone, you heard the goddess. We're beginning a new operation. Laran, Mash, Habetrot, Da Vinci, and Nitocris over there, having the time of her life. Prepare to leave for the 7th stratum at once. And could I ask you to accompany them too, Kukulkan? Da Vinci will only be there to handle data analysis. You are the strongest fighter around by far. We would be very grateful if you were willing to help Laran. Of course! Yay! Thanks, Director! Now I have the perfect excuse to cancel my annoying council meeting. I can't turn down a request for aid after all. She's amazing. Sion and I will stay here to focus on repairing the border. Konyanskaya, you are on guard duty. What will you do, Kadok? You'll be helpful no matter which group you go with. So you should go where you think you can do the most good. Okay, I'll stay with the border too, but I can't help with the repairs. I'm going to go over the clock tower files, since they might have something on David. Oh, good idea. I think I'll do the same. The clock tower files are heavily encrypted though. We'll need to decrypt them one at a time. I can help with that, though it will have to be in my downtime between repair tasks. Alright, then it's settled. Let's get to work, everyone. Oh, but not right this second. Laran and Kirillite still need to rest. You both have a responsibility to get 7 hours of sleep and 2 hours of relaxation each day. You'll be departing tomorrow morning. Until then, take some time to enjoy the Chichen Itza nightlife if you like. Why don't you spend the night in Chichen Itza too, Commander? Good point. A chance like this doesn't come around every day. If I think of it as a vacation near a tropical rainforest, then maybe... No, wait. You can't fool me. I just know I'm going to be mistaken for a giant octoball the moment I set foot outside. I'm passed around from dinos to dinos until I end up somewhere I don't even want to imagine. But first, we should probably rescue Nitocris from the shrine. And since the dinos want to hear more Lost Belt stories, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We've got a long journey ahead of us starting tomorrow, so this might be your last chance to talk to them. Make sure to tell them as much as you can. And that's the story of the Chinese Lost Belt. Wow, a world of all vassals and just 1 human? Man, that's efficient, really efficient. The vassals do all the heavy labor to keep the world running and provide the king with culture. The king evaluates it all and becomes the primary figure in making further advancements. Technological development could never take a wrong turn in a world like that. That's exactly the crux of the issue, dinos, with the Chinese Lost Belt. Humanity was little more than working cattle. They didn't even have parents. They didn't even have names. The other Lost Belt worlds were pretty astonishing too, but in terms of completion, the Chinese Lost Belt sounds like it was right at the top. Actually, it was the Greek one. I know what you mean. No one in this society ever had to feel unnecessary suffering, or want things they could never have. Complete? Yes, I'd say it is, but at the level of a species, maintaining the status quo is effectively regression. Wow, these dinos gets it. No matter how stable the world that species lives in may be, if that species never changes at all, it will only be a matter of time before other species surpass them, effectively causing them to degrade. Which seems to be what's going on with dinos, but they've survived for way longer than usual. But this Qin Shi Huang person managed all those changes themselves. So long as they never made a mistake, the Chinese Lost Belt would have been powerful indeed. And they did not, in fact, make any mistakes, which is why their empire became eternal. It's just too bad their own lifespan was limited, not necessarily physically, since they did acquire an immortal body, but mentally. It almost sounds as though the Great Wall they built enclosed their minds as well as their nation. Ooh. Are we making a statement over there, Mr. Dinosaur? That part, I honestly didn't understand. Why would a human of that caliber stop trying to grow their territory? Isn't that why they became emperor in the first place? To grow humanity's domain as far as possible? Mister? That looks like a lady dino to me. Remember, Turtleman, that female dinos are pretty much, if not extinct already. For new people here, there's no female dinos because the ocelotl, an enemy species, pretty much went and annihilated all females. And so far, and as far as we see, there are no female. And there's no female dinos, or at least very visually ones that we can tell that are female. They specifically targeted females to drive the dinos into extinction, and the issue is that they didn't care too much, the dinos themselves. Maybe expanding into outer space just wasn't worth the cost? I'd say it was probably a combination of space travel not seeming to be worth the cost and an interest. I'd say it was probably a combination of space travel not seeming to be worth the cost and an interest in pursuing their own evolution. Qin Shi Huang was the ultimate human in a very real sense. Oh yeah, keep this in mind, chat. This is going to be important. Not right now. Actually, not even in this lost spell, but this is going to be important way down the line. Their ideology was solipsistic, yes, but that was because they truly believed themselves to be the pinnacle of humanity. And since they were so strong in both mind and body, they probably never saw a need to compare themselves to others. It's the same ideal Kishtaria tried to bring about. Qin Shi Huang loved their subjects and strove to advance the human species as much as possible. They were a perfected person, a true Zenren. But unfortunately, there was no one else in that world who could stand as Qin Shi Huang's peer, which ended up leaving them as the only human there was. So, they were a really hard-headed human? That kind of sounds like Tepeu. He never lets anything stop him, even when he's all alone. Wow, these other lost belts are amazing. We could never try to keep surviving after an extinction. And none of us care about having our species flourish or trying to evolve further. Really? But surely you guys don't want to go extinct either, right? We do try to avoid death, but that's not the same thing as trying to avoid extinction. That would require a way of looking at things which was very focused on us, specifically. We live for something bigger than ourselves. That said, no dinos can put into words exactly what that bigger thing is. But you taught us that our world is a lost belt, a world that was meant to be pruned away. We're grateful to you for that. We're not envious of any of the other lost belts or of proper human history. Because we know that our Mictlan is already a complete and perfect world. Yeah, we all love Mictlan, and we're all grateful to Lady Kukulkan. But you know, I do wonder if our lost belts as meaningful as a world as the other ones. I hope so. Interesting. So they just pretty much identified what's the problem with them, with their own with Dino Society. This is FGONA unit. Basically, they try to avoid death, but they don't care too much about going extinct. And they don't really care about the striving to be better or get something better than what they have. They don't strive to get something better or to better themselves. I think he meant all gacha. I've used a dino itself at this point. Ah, well, true. We're playing a dinosaur gacha about dinosaurs. So welcome, unit. So I guess that's the main thing. That is one big thing that separates dinos from humanity. They don't strive to better themselves or their situation. Their mentality itself is stagnant. And they themselves said that they've never wanted for anything. And it seems they get everything they may possibly want. So they are stagnant. So basically they have a stagnant mentality. I can't see why they will be, why they'd be pruned away. And they seem to conflate a dead end with being the pinnacle of something. Okay, next. We get in context, Let me... There we go. There you are, Wak-chan. I've been looking for you. Are you feeling like your old self yet? It's no use! Nothing I do works! I don't want to do anything at all, ever again. Not until the sun disappears forever! Yet despite their apparent apathy towards their own existence, that one did express that it wanted their role to mean something. Wak-chan. It seems that they have the possibility to learn, but well, there's a lot going on with the dinos for sure. Your brainwaves aside, you seem like you're still in peak physical condition, so let me give you this message. The Chaldeans will be heading to the 7th stratum at daybreak. If you would be willing to go with them as their porter, it would be a tremendous help. Whoa, the 7th stratum? That's amazing! That's practically a stone's throw from the dreaded land. Even I've only been there once. My dad took me when I was a kid, and I only remember seeing the stars there. That sounds like a ton of fun. I guess those guys will go anywhere as long as they have a goal. Oh, but Olga's gonna be there too, right? Man, Wak-chan. I don't know what to say to her. Now I know I should have said something to cheer her up instead of just disappearing, but... Yuo left without apologizing. She did. Wait, Duak-chan, hold it. Now I know I should have said something to cheer her up instead of just disappearing. Oh, I think he understood. I think he's got it. And even then, he's still thinking about, okay, I should have tried to comfort her back then. Man, Wak-chan, you didn't deserve all of that. Wak-chan, Olga Marie is no longer in Chichen Itza. She and the Chaldeans have gone their separate ways. I doubt she'll ever return. Huh? How'd that happen? I thought they were friends. Oh, what do you know, Tepeu? This would seem a good time to explain. I can only guess based on information I've been able to piece together, but I believe you Olga Marie to be Chaldea's enemy. No, not just that. She may also be the greatest threat to the dinos as well. You've heard their stories about proper human history and the Lost Belts, yes? And you know how the world outside ours, the civilization of Earth, was erased by the bleached air phenomenon, right? Well, the bleached air phenomenon didn't just erase civilization. It also scarred every living thing from the planet. The being responsible for that is a foreign god, an alien who wiped out over 7 billion humans all on her own. And you Olga Marie is that foreign god. At least, so I believe. There are a few points that don't quite add up, so I can't be completely certain. But all that aside, whether by coincidence or miracle, we were able to speak and travel with her for a time. But that was no more than a dream bound to end sooner than later. Quite frankly, our journey with her was a mistake. Tepeu, why do you have to drive the knife? You're kidding me! And Wak-chan is still the goodest of boys. Olga is not around and he's still, hey, you know, going to this really dangerous place sounds like fun. I'm gonna go. Sure, why not? Wak-chan is too good of a boy. Please try to calm down, Lord Bukuv. The king may not be here right now, but we are still in the presence of the solar sojourn. If you flap your wings too loudly... Shut up! How are you not bothered by this? How long are those fools going to keep falling all over themselves, fawning over those damned outsiders? Even the king of dinosaurs is going along with it. Have they not reverence at all for the holy Sokta shrine? That shrine is meant to be where we give thanks to the sun's cycle. It is not a place to celebrate outsiders. How many times are they going to make the same mistake before they get it through their thick skulls? What good has foreign culture ever brought us? That damn crypter's knowledge has been nothing but poison. The inclusion of language has only created disparities between dinos, and the Ocelome have been growing strong at an alarming rate. The only reason you cretins aren't worried is because you don't know how far Mexico City has come. Dude, I believe your god told you to chill. What kind of priest are you? A very bad one. If there were other winged dinos beside me, they will tell you, just as I have, how terrifying that city really is. Please calm down, Priest Bukuv. Other priests will come by if you make too much noise. No they won't. They're all down there at the Sokta shrine making fools of themselves over the story of Kamazot's defeat. They have no sense of urgency, no concerns whatsoever about the impending danger. Why is that? Is it because you cretins never had any natural predators? Because you never knew how terrifying it is to be the only one of your kind? We must find a way to wipe out the Ocelome. We ignore Mexico City's growing power at our own peril. Well, he does have a point there. He does have a point there. Actually. Wait, he cares if they get wiped out? He really is different, yeah? It seems he's the only one that's actually bothered about everyone fucking dying. Dinos rule in Mictlan. It's about time we started thinking that way. And yet, Kukulkan has left the Ocelome to do whatever they please. Next thing you know, she's brought back a human child and named him King of all Dinos. And then, just when we thought she'd gone off to observe Mexico City from a distance, she comes back dressed like a damned ocelotl. This all happened recently. Proper human history's knowledge has tarnished Mictlan and our son. In fact, that woman has been far too welcoming to those proper human history outsiders ever since she learned of this God concept. You mustn't say such things, Lord Bukov. Please, at least refrain from putting such thoughts into words. Shut up! This isn't my fault. It's the fault of the king and the god who made me think this in the first place. Who do you think I am anyway? I'm a rare pterosaur, the only kind of dinos blessed enough to be chosen by the skies. It should be me standing at the top of Dino Society, fuck you. Do you have any idea how much of myself I've devoted to Mictlan for that purpose? So he thinks he should be at the top simply because he can fly? Despair, repugnant king of dinosaurs. Despair, useless Kukulkan. That the cryptors showing up could change your entire culture proves that we never had a culture of our own to begin with. He has a point there too. Hell, he has a point there. Dinos pretty much had no culture whatsoever. Remember what Tepeu said. They've been the same cultural, at least culture-wise, for 66 million years, and they didn't have a spoken language. They didn't have the concept of money or even anything. They just were. He does, but the irony is that he's the most like the Ocelome, power hungry and rebellious. That he is. Dinos pretty much had no culture. They only started doing cultural things and inhabiting the ruins once David arrived. Huh. You're an asshole, but you have a point over there. And I guess that's another reason why they should be Thanos by the pruning phenomenon. They are the prime species, but they have no culture whatsoever. They are stagnant. They are super powerful, have never been through any sort of calamity or gone through any duress. But they are pretty much quote-unquote perfect beings, but at the same time, because they don't seem to have developed a culture at all. Right, they simply exist meaninglessly. Yeah, they didn't even have a spoken language. They only spoke language because it was introduced to them.
Zashu.
Hey Mirir, welcome, welcome! They were essentially super animals. Sentient animals without a language, but animals at the end of the day. Right, they simply exist meaninglessly. They don't aim to improve themselves or their whole species. They are content with the things staying as they are. They are stagnant. Huh. Bukov, you're right, but you're still an asshole. You're exactly right, Lord Bukov. No one loves Mictlan more than you. You are the perfect dinos to lead us all. Alright, move ahead with that plan we discussed. Tell Iskali I will agree to a second meeting, in secret. You talk about the Ocelome wiping you and you are going to make deals with them? Really? Traitor. Sure, they had a culture, just a Chiloxaurus culture. No, they didn't even have that, Phantom. They didn't care about being wiped out. I mean, even in basic animal instinct, animals wouldn't, a species wouldn't like to be wiped out. They didn't even have that. They seem to have gotten everything, and because they have gotten everything, they seem to have taken to get everything. They seem to give everything for granted, even their own extinction. They don't think much of it. They only even live in cities because cities were provided for them. They are essentially animals. Coddled animals, even. Phantom. But wouldn't that learned behavior their culture, even if it's self-destructive? No. How can I put this? They take everything for granted, even their own eventual extinction, even. Because they've gotten everything. They don't think much of it. They don't even have a survival instinct. They avoid death, sure, but they don't have that drive to survive. It seems by all means Maya has given them everything. But it's been practiced for so long that it's their norm. No, remember that they have lived like they do for... They lived that like they used to for 66 million years. They only had any meaningful change in the last year when David arrived. They didn't even talk to each other before. Exactly. They didn't even have communication. Alright, move ahead with that plan we discussed. Tell this Kali I will agree to a second meeting, in secret. A plan to steal the sun. It's bold, I'll give him that. But it was at least worth hearing what he had to say. I certainly can't think of a better pretext. Fine. If it will really save our dying son, he can have Chichen Itza. Wow, asshole. If we're calling that culture, then it's more rudimentary culture than that which exists between monkeys, or prairie dogs, or ants, actually. So David is a bad influence. David is actually a good influence. David actually gave them a culture at all. They didn't have culture. Phantom, it's like Turtleman says, like if we're going to call a social organization a culture, then ants have a culture, then prairie dogs have a culture, then monkeys have a culture. I'm kidding? Oh, okay. Sorry. Missed the sarcasm. They have a rudimentary... They have a rudimentary social organization of sorts. At best. But that's not culture. They are essentially uplifted animals. Fine, if it will really save our dying son, he can have Chichen Itza. Wow, fuck you. I mean, good or bad is hard to align here since we're talking about a pre-morality society. David's influence is the only reason it would occur to them to ask whether it was good or bad influence. He's selling out? He is. He's selling out, Phantom. I would love to continue, but it seems chapter 13 is going to be, or section 13 is going to be a long one. Just look at that. He's selling the city out, Phantom. Fucking Bukov, man. He should buddy up with Winky, the bastard. Absolutely. Damn, that do be a lot of arrows. He's selling out the city to the Ocelotl Phantom, who, reminder, want to exterminate dinos. He's basically selling his city to be massacred. Just because he's as mad about Kukulkan. How short-sighted of him? And he wants to rule. What's the point of ruling a city if the city is going to be wiped out? Though again, he did have a point about dinos not having culture at all. They were just sentient animals at best. My guess is he thinks he can outplay Iskali and use him as a tool or something like that. He does have the face of someone that thinks he can manipulate others like that. Sounds about right. Okay. A lot of big reveals tonight. Excellent section overall. Pretty fun. Let's see who can we rate. Doo-doo-doo. Fucking Bukov, man. Chinchilla. Chinchilla's up. That's right, Nachumi. Have a good night, Bunny. I'll be out the next couple days doing stuff with our friends, but see you Sunday maybe? That's alright, Toodleman. Just gonna do Minecraft today, and I'll continue with my renovation plans. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I'll leave you with Natsumi, and yeah, Have a good night, everyone. Bye bye. Bye.